In 1932, Australia went to war. The enemy, 20,000 large flightless birds. The weapons, 2 Lewis machine guns, 10,000 rounds of ammunition, and the full might of the Royal Australian Artillery. The outcome? The birds won. This is the Great Emu War, and yes, every single word of this is real. After World War I, the Australian government had a problem. Thousands of returning soldiers with nowhere to go. Their solution? Give them land in Western Australia. These were men who had survived the trenches of the Western Front. Now they were being asked to grow wheat in the middle of nowhere, during the Great Depression. So by 1932, these farmers are already having a terrible time. And then the emus show up. 20,000 of them. They crashed through fences. They ate the crops. They trampled everything they didn't eat. We need help, they said. We need machine guns, they said. And the Australian government, in a moment of stunning confidence, said, sure, we'll send the army. On one side, the emus, standing nearly 6 feet tall, capable of running at almost 50 kilometers per hour, built like something that evolved specifically to be impossible to kill. On the other side, the Royal Australian Artillery, specifically Major G.P.W. Meredith, Commanding Officer, Sergeant S. McMurray, Gunner J. O'Halloran, 3 men. Oh, and a cinematographer, because someone at the Ministry of Defense apparently thought this was going to make for great propaganda footage. Spoiler, it did not. November the 2nd, 1932. They spot 50 emus. The birds are out of range, so the locals try to herd them toward the guns. The emus promptly split into small groups and scatter. November 4th. Major Meredith prepares an ambush at a dam. 1,000 emus show up. Meredith waits until they're at point-blank range. He opens fire, and one of the guns jams. By November 8th, the Australian media has caught on. Emu War fails. The headlines are not kind. Members of the Australian House of Representatives start cracking jokes. The Minister of Defence, now being called Minister of the Emu War, is not happy. He pulls the troops. The farmers, however, are furious. The emus are still there. They demand the soldiers come back. The Minister of Defence agrees. November 13th. Round 2. They try chasing emus in trucks. The emus, running at nearly 50 kilometers per hour across rough terrain, are faster than the trucks. One of the trucks crashes. The machine gunners' dreams of point-blank fire into serried masses of emus were soon dissipated. The Emu Command had evidently ordered guerrilla tactics. Soldiers in the field actually observed that the emu groups have lookouts, individual birds stationed on higher ground, watching for soldiers. Major Meredith compares the emus to Zulus. He says, if we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. December 10th, 1932. The campaign officially ends. The final tally, rounds fired, approximately 9,860. Confirmed kills, 986. Rounds per confirmed kill, exactly 10. The ornithologists officially declare the emus the victors. The Australian House of Representatives actually debates whether the emus should receive military medals. The cinematographer's footage? Reportedly terrible. Nobody wanted to show the world what happened. Over the next 2 decades, farmers repeatedly asked the government to send the army back. 1934, request denied. 1943, request denied. 1948, request denied. The government, having learned its lesson, instead just gives farmers ammunition and starts a bounty system. Turns out farmers with rifles and local knowledge are significantly more effective than the Royal Australian Artillery with machine guns. Who could have predicted that? Everyone. The emus, for their part, are still thriving in Australia today. They're on the national coat of arms. Australia put the bird that defeated its army on its coat of arms. First, emus are essentially indestructible. Second, Machine guns are surprisingly ineffective against targets that can run faster than your trucks. But mostly, Australia once deployed its national army against birds. The birds employed guerrilla tactics. The birds won, and then Australia put them on the coat of arms. History is strange, Australia is stranger.